Hello everyone. So we all are aware of Google Drive. It is a file storage and synchronization service developed by Google. Now in this video, I'm going to talk about the top 5 Google Drive automation and how you can actually integrate Google Drive with different applications using Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to share some of the integrations with you which are really popular, like how you can create Google Drive folders from new Google Form responses. So every time a response is received, automatically a folder would be created in your Google Drive. Upload files in Google Drive up to 500 MB with automation. Create PDFs from Google Form responses and save in Google Drive. Connect Google Drive to WhatsApp and share file links. Now similarly, you can connect it with Twilio or any other social messaging application. Upload files from Notion databases to Google Drive. Now these are just a few integrations. There are hundreds of integrations where you can integrate Google Drive with different applications as per your usage. So without wasting any time, I'm going to take you to my screen where I'm going to share the step-by-step guide on how you can actually automate and integrate these processes. So let's begin.
In this video, I'll show you how to create folder in Google Drive from Google Form responses automatically. So here I have created a form with a file upload field option, and as soon as someone is going to submit that form along with the documents, I'm going to automatically upload those documents into a specific Google Drive folder, that too in an organized way. Yes, it is possible. You can entirely automate the process of uploading the documents into the Google Drive on every form submission after every form submission, that too in real time. Want to create this automation for yourself? Come with me and I'll show you the whole process step by step. So here I have created a job application form where I have used two fields. One is for the resume and another is for the photo. And as soon as the candidate is going to submit these details, the documents will be saved automatically into a specific Google Drive folder for every single candidate, that too automatically. And for that, I'll have to build a connection in between these applications, and I'm going to do that with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing integration and automation software via which you can easily connect multiple applications and automate your task. And you can also reach here by typing pabbly.com/connect in your browser. I will also attach this link into my description box. Now, if you are a new user of Pabbly Connect, you'll have to sign up for free. Well, I'm already an existing user of Pabbly Connect, so that is why I am clicking on this sign in directly, and then I'll be clicking on this Pabbly Connect access now. And let me tell you, in the free account, you will also get free tasks every month in your account in order to test these kinds of amazing automation. Now, after reaching out to the dashboard, simply click on this blue button, that is create workflow, and provide any random name to your workflow, to your automation. Okay, so I'm going to provide the name as sync form submission data with Google Drive. Okay, let me correct the spelling, with Google Drive. And here in this form submission, I am going to sync only the documents. Okay, only the documents received. Okay, so you can provide any random name. Now I'll be clicking on this create button, and you will see two boxes in front of you, trigger and action. So trigger means when this happens, action means do this. So whenever this happens, do this. Understand with an example also. Whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, let's say send an email automatically via Gmail application. Okay, and according to our use case, whenever the Google Form application is submitted, automatically save that data into the Google Drive application. Okay, so this is how you need to always select the applications in which you are building an automation. And here I am building an automation in between Google Form application and in between Google Drive application. Okay, so I am going to do the setup of this Google Drive connection later. Okay, so let me first complete the setup of the Google Form. Okay, so I'll go up here, and after selecting the application, you will have to define the trigger event, which is going to be new response received only. Okay, so the idea here is as soon as a new response is received, this automation should trigger. Okay, and for the connection, you will get a webhook URL and few set of instructions. Kindly follow these instructions one by one. And firstly, you will have to copy this webhook URL, all right, and then you will have to open this particular form. Okay, so I have created this form with the name job application form. So firstly, I am going to click on this responses section, and then I am going to open the spreadsheet that is associated with this particular form. And with the help of this spreadsheet only, we are going to connect Pabbly Connect and this Google Forms. Alright, I hope everything is visible to you. Directly go to this extension, then click on add-ons, then click on get add-ons, and here you will have to install the Pabbly Connect webhooks add-on. I hope everything is visible to you very clearly. Okay, so let me search for the same, that is Pabbly Connect webhooks, and after searching for this you will have to install this add-on, because for the connection you will have to access this particular add-on from here, that is Pabbly Connect webhooks. Directly click on this initial setup, and here exactly we are going to paste the same webhook URL which we have received via Pabbly Connect. Alright, so let me go back to my spreadsheet. Here I am going to delete this existing one and I am pasting the new webhook URL. Now trigger column is going to be the last data column of this particular spreadsheet. Okay, currently I have the data up to G column, so that is why I am going to fill this particular column name, and the idea here is as soon as the data is filled up to this particular column, the data should get sent to Pabbly Connect, or you can say that data, or you can say that this automation should trigger. Okay, so that is why I'm going to open this initial setup once again, and here I'll be pasting the webhook URL one more time. Okay, and the trigger column will be the G only, and the trigger column will be your final data column, on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. You can also read the instructions. Simply click on send test and you will see how the same response, well, it is saying no data found. Yes, we do not have any data right now, so what data it is going to send? Okay, so how about firstly we fill this form with some dummy details. So this is the preview button, and I'm going to fill this form as a dummy user, as a dummy candidate. Okay, asking for the first name and the last name, so here I will be adding this dummy user only as the name. Asking for the email address, that is going to be admin@pabblytudes.com. Alright, now it is asking for the phone number. Again I will provide a random phone number, that is a 10-digit random number. Okay, alright, so asking for which position are you interested in. So I'm filling out just a random position, and finally here exactly I'm going to upload the cover letter, or you can say a resume and the photo. Okay, so click on add field, and here I'm going to click on this browse option because the data is actually available inside my desktop only. Alright, so how about I randomly choose a photo from here, and this is the photo I'm selecting, and I will be uploading this particular photo into my Google Drive, and you will see how the same details will be captured via Pabbly Connect. Submit your cover letter also. Click on add, click on browse, and here I'm going to upload a random PDF file which actually consists of that resume only. Alright, so I have uploaded both of the data in both of the field. Now I'll be submitting this particular data. Okay, and as soon as the submission will be made, of course firstly Google spreadsheet will capture this data, and now I am going to send the same data to the Pabbly Connect, and in the initial setup I am going to copy this webhook URL once again and will be pasting the same. Alright, and again the trigger column will be the G only. Directly click on this send test and you will see how the same data, well, why it is showing that no data found in row 2, I'll have to make sure. Alright, so the G column is already filled. I'll have to make sure, I'll have to check what is wrong. Okay, so how about I delete this blank row first. Okay, so I have deleted this row 2, and once again I'll be clicking on this extension, clicking on initial setup, and then I'll be clicking on this send test button one last time. Alright, here you can see the test data sent successfully. Simply click on this submit, and then you can close also because the setup has been configured successfully. Simply click close, and then coming back to Pabbly Connect, and here you will see as soon as I will make the submission here, the same details will be captured via Pabbly Connect. Okay, so let me show you the details one by one. So here we have the same position to that which we have selected at the time of form submission. The trigger column is here, the timestamp here, the submit your photo. So how about I directly open this particular link and check whether it is the same photo or not. And here you can see it is the same photo which I have uploaded, and we even have other details, basically the number, the name, and the email address. Okay, so now what exactly we were about to do? So basically we are going to save these documents into the specific folder for every single candidate, so that whenever you want to access the document of these persons, you do not have to get confused into your Google Drive folders. I am going to organize this in a very efficient way. Simply click click on action event, and this time I'm going to first create a folder. Okay, so that is why I will go with this create a subfolder. Now why I have selected this subfolder? Because I am going to actually create a subfolder inside my Google Drive. So this is my drive. Now I'll be clicking on this plus icon. All right, so where is the plus icon? Here you can see, and here click on this new folder, and let's provide a random name, that is job applicants data. Okay, so I have provided the same. Simply click on create. Coming back to Pabbly Connect, and now just like we have connected our Google Forms with Pabbly Connect, now we are going to connect Google Drive with Pabbly Connect. Click on add new connection, or you can also go with the existing connections if you have already made the connections earlier. Okay, so I am going with the existing connection only. Simply clicking on save, and you will see how it will be connected, asking for the folder. So here you can see whatever the folders are available inside my Google Drive application has started visible here, and I'm going to create a new folder right in front of you, and you will see how the very same folder will be visible into the Pabbly Connect. Alright, so clicking on this new folder, and I'm going to provide the name, any random name to my folder, that is job applicants documents. Okay, I'm providing this particular name. Now coming back to Pabbly Connect, and when I will click on this refresh to fetch new option, you will see how the same folder will be started visible here. Here you can see job applicants document. Now it is asking to provide the subfolder name. Okay, so basically what exactly we are going to do, as soon as a new submission is arrived here, firstly a subfolder will be created automatically inside this job applicants folder. Okay, so I am going to provide the name to my folder with the name of the person only, or how about I provide the name with the email address. All right, I have not provided the correct email address. Here you can see oablytuts.com. It is oablytuts.com. So what I can do is simply click on this recapture webhook response button, clicking on yes, and I'm going to send this data once again. I'm going to send this correct data into Pabbly Connect. All right, so I have corrected this information, clicking on Pabbly Connect initial setup, and simply click on send test button, and this is how the details will be captured once again. Basically the correct details will be captured once again. Okay, so this is my spreadsheet. Simply click on send test button, and here you can see that the data has been sent successfully. Coming back to Pabbly Connect, and here we have the data. Okay, here you can see the correct information. Now I'm going to map the correct information here. Okay, I'll have to refresh this automation so that I can access the new data. Okay, so I'm going to remake this connection, and this is how the automation will be saved, and this is how I will be able to access the new data. Here you can see the email address. All right, clicking on this button save and send test request, and you will see how a blank folder will be created automatically. Okay, let me search for my folder name, which was job applicants document. Okay, so here we have that folder, and you will see how a subfolder has been created automatically inside this particular folder, and currently this folder is blank, and I am going to upload those documents which the customer has just filled, with which the form submitter has just filled. Okay, so after creating a new subfolder, clicking on this plus icon, and then you will have to search for the Google Drive application once again, and this time instead of creating a new subfolder, I will select the action event as a move a file. Now why I am selecting this specific action event, let me explain you, but before that let me first connect Drive with the Pabbly Connect. All right, the authorization will be successful and it is connected. Okay, so before I explain you this, firstly I will take you to my form section. Okay, so this was the form which I have created, and into this particular form I have added two file upload field, and here you can see in this file upload field two folders has been associated automatically via Google Forms itself. Okay, so whatever the cover or resume someone is going to upload here, those resumes will automatically send to this particular folder. Let me open this folder so that you can see how the documents will be sent automatically. Here you can see the resume has been sent automatically, and let me show you the second field also. This field also associated with a specific Google Drive folder, and again if someone is is going to submit any photo, any document, that document will be sent automatically here. Okay, but what will happen every time a new person is going to submit these documents, all the documents will be sent to these two specific folders only, and it is going to really tough for you to find out the document, the photo of an individual from among all the photos, among all the candidates photo. Okay, so here in this video, with the help of this automation, what exactly we are doing is we are creating a separate folder for every form submitter individually, so that it will be easier for you to access those two documents. Okay, so what will happen, for every form submitter a new folder will be created, and those two documents will be sent to that specific folder of the candidate, so that you do not have to search manually among these two folders. Okay, so right now I will close these two folders, and that was the reason I have selected this move a file, because we are going to move the file from those folders to the folder which I have just created with the help of an automation. Okay, so coming back to Pabbly Connect, and firstly it is asking for the file. Basically, choose a file to be moved and the destination folder. Okay, and instead of selecting the file and the folder from the drop down, I am going to map these two things, and so that is why I am enabling the mapping button of these two folders, basically these two fields. And let me first delete the existing files. Now it is asking to choose a file to be moved. So which file I would like to move? So I would like to move this particular file which I have received in the response, basically the photo, submit your photo, and the cover letter. Okay, and here it is asking to provide the ID of the file. Okay, but currently I do not have the ID, I have the full URL of that folder, of that file. Okay, so what I can do is I can separate this particular ID from the whole URL. Okay, for that you'll have to again add one more extra step as a text formatter. Okay, so before this Google Drive folder, click on this plus icon and search for the text formatter, which is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect, via which you can perform various kind of operations within your text, within your automation. Okay, and this time I will perform this split text operation. Simply click on connect and it will be connected immediately. It is asking the text to split, so I would like to split which particular text, basically that URL, submit your photo URL. Okay, so I have provided the text, asking for the separator. So I would like to split, I would like to separate this text via this equal to, so that is why I will provide the value as equal to. And which particular segment you are looking for, whether you are looking for the first segment before the equal to or the last, well, I want the last part, basically after part of the equal to, so that is why in this segment index I have mentioned last, and here you can see the part after the equal to will be fetched, will be splitted down, and this is how I have now the ID of that specific file which I would like to move into a destination folder. So coming down, and now I am going to map this particular ID, but for that I'll have to refresh this automation so that I can access the data of the new step. Well, let me show you an interesting idea to refresh your automation. Simply make this connection, once again make this connection, and this is how the automation will be refreshed. Let me first enable the mapping button, let me first remove the ID, existing ID, and now I will be mapping this new ID which I have just received by splitting that text. Okay, asking for the destination folder, so I have the destination folder as this, that is admin@pabblytudes.com, which I have just created with the help of Pabbly Connect only. This is the subfolder which I have created, and I am going to map the ID of this folder only. Alright, so I have mapped the ID of both the files and folder, and again let me tell you, whatever the details you are going to map in this automation will be replaced automatically when this automation is going to work in real time. Okay, clicking on the save and send test request button, and you will see how that image will be moved automatically inside this particular folder. Alright, it has been moved already and automatically. Okay, and now the last thing left is moving that document, moving that resume into our folder, into this specific folder. For that we are going to add this Google Drive step once again. Okay, so again click on this plus icon, search for the Google Drive here. All right, And in the action event also, once again, I'll be selecting this move a file or move a folder. Okay, move a file basically. Again, click on connect and connect your Google Drive once again. And in order to get the ID, I'll have to split that value. I'll have to split that URL. Okay, so how about I click on this plus icon once again, and I will search for the text formatter feature once again, because this time I would like to split the URL of the resume. Okay, in an action event, again I will be searching for the split text only, and just like we have done in our previous step, I am going to perform the same operation here also, text to split. So here I will map the text as this. Basically, submit your cover letter. I'm sorry for that. Here we have the URL. Again, I am going to split it with the help of equal to only, and I want the last segment only. So clicking on this button, and this is how I have the ID. I have the ID of that folder also, basically of that cover letter also, that resume also. Okay, again I'll have to make the connections once again, so that my automation will be refreshed automatically, and then I will be enabling this mapping button. Okay, let me enable it here also. And let me remove the ID from here. Again, it is asking choose a file to be moved. So I would like to move which particular file? Basically this particular file whose ID I have just fetched out. Asking for the destination folder. Well, it is going to be the same which I have created just now. Basically it is that subfolder which I have created. Okay, so here we have the subfolder ID. Again, I have mapped both the things. Clicking on this button, save and send test request, and you will see how the resume will be uploaded automatically. But before that, I'll have to click on this button. Alright, finally I have clicked on that button. I just need to wait for that response, and here you can see the resume has been transferred automatically. Okay, so this is how now onwards, every time someone is going to submit that form, a subfolder will be created automatically for that candidate, and the documents will be saved automatically into that specific folder. Okay, let me show you how this automation is going to work in real time. So I will be submitting this form right in front of you with some dummy details once again. Okay, alright, so I have filled this particular form, but before I submit this form, I'll have to enable one more very important setting, that is go to your extension, open this Pabbly Connect webhooks option and enable this send on event option. Once you will enable this option, after that only this automation is going to work in real time. Basically, we have taught our automation, our system, that every time a new form submission will made or a new form submission data will be arrived into the spreadsheet, it should automatically get sent on happening of that event. Okay, now I'll be filling out this form, and you will see how interestingly these documents will be added, will be uploaded automatically. Basically, a new folder will be created automatically into that job application form. Okay, here is the folder. Let me open that, and here you can see desk@pabblytudes.com with completely a new email address. A folder has been created and the document has been saved automatically. An individual folder is created here for that candidate, and the documents has been saved into that individual folder only. So in order to automate this process, you just need to create this automation inside Pabbly Connect once. After that, simply close Pabbly Connect, sit back and relax, because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. You do not have to do anything manually. Just in case if you want to access this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, I will also attach the shareable link of this workflow inside the description box. You just need to click on this particular link and sign up into the Pabbly Connect, and you will be able to access the very same automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free.
So in this video, we are going to learn how to upload files from Notion database to Google Drive. Now suppose guys you are a working professional and you use Notion to manage all of your daily tasks and work related stuff. This automation can help you a lot. Now suppose guys you are an HR who is using Notion to enter the details or manage the details of all the job applications you receive. And in those details, you also have to update the resumes, the CVs or the PDF files which the applicant sent. Now you want that as a backup, you want to upload those files, those resumes which you are adding into your Notion database into your Google Drive. Not just HRs guys, you can basically use this automation in any field according to your requirement. So in this automation, we are going to see how you can basically add the files which you are adding in your Notion database as a new item and upload those files automatically into your Google Drive. So if you are an HR, as we took an example, you can use this automation to keep a backup of all the files you add in Notion into your Google Drive. Now how you can set up this automation? To know this, you have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, this is my Notion database. And in this database, I have created this table. So let's take an example of job applications. So in this table, I'm adding the details of all the new job applications I'm getting for my organization. Like I'm adding the name of the applicant, their email address, their mobile number, the position for which they're applying for, their work experience, and then I'm also adding their resume over here. Now here guys, I want that whenever in this Notion database, I create a new item, I add the details of a new applicant with their resume and other details, I want to upload the resume file, the file which I have received of their resume into my Google Drive folder automatically. So to do this guys, to automate this complete process, we are going to use an automation and integration platform that is called Pabbly Connect. So here we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard, and to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. And after reaching to this dashboard, click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as Notion to Google Drive. And then just click on Create. Now here you can see that our workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have 2 different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those 2 concepts, those 2 principles on which this whole automation works on. Where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with our trigger window. Now the idea here is, first, we are going to connect our Notion account, our Notion database with Pabbly Connect. So that every time we create a new item in Notion, every time we add the details of a new user in Notion with the resume and all the details like the file and all the details, that same details, the same item details can be received inside Pabbly Connect. And after that, using Pabbly Connect, we are going to get the file details and upload the same file, send the same file and upload it in our Google Drive. So let's see how it is done. Now here in trigger window, in choose app, search for Notion. Just select it. And then in trigger event from the drop down, select the trigger event as new database item. Click on connect and select add new connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our Notion account, and to make this connection, click on this connect with Notion button. And then because we have already logged into our Notion account in our browser, as you can see over here, Pabbly Connect has detected the same account and it is asking us to select the page. Click on the select page section. And here you can see a list of all the pages which we have created in Notion account. Here you can see all of these pages I have in my Notion account right now. And then here it is asking us that access to which pages on our Notion account we want to give. If you want, you can give access to all the pages, or if you want, you can get access to a specific page on which you are working on. So let's take an example of giving an access to a specific page. So I'm selecting job applications, this page, because we want to get the details, new items from this particular page. Just select it and click on allow access. Now when you click on allow access, here you can see that our Notion account, our Notion database is now connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, all the database which we have selected while making the connection, you can see all of those database over here in this drop down. So here you can see that we have just given the access to this job application database over here while making the connection with Notion. That's why you can see only job applications over here. Just select it and then we have to click on save and send test request. So after clicking on save and send test request, the details of the most recent item, the most job applicant details which we have added in our Notion table, the details of that same job applicant will be received inside Pabbly Connect. So here you can see that we have the applicant named dummy applicant and we have their details and the resume file. So when we will click on save and send test request, you will receive the same details. So let's click on it. And yes guys, here you can see that we have received some response, and in this response, you will see the same details. Here you can see the response of work experience, that is 3 years, the same work experience which we have entered in Notion. Then we will scroll down further. You will see the same response in plain text. Then you can see the name of the file which we have uploaded, resume.pdf. The same file name over here. You can see the same file. Then here you can see the file URL. So this is the link of the file which we have uploaded in our Notion database. When we will copy this link and paste this link in a new tab, you will see the same file, the same resume file which was uploaded over here. The same file will open in front of us. Now after this, we will scroll down further and we will see some other details. Like here you can see the name of the position for which the user has applied, the same position which we have entered. Then you will scroll down further. You can see the mobile number. Then you can see the email address and also at last the name of the person. So this means guys, basically all the details of a new item which we have added in Notion is received inside Pabbly Connect. And in this same response, you can see the file as well, the link of the file as well, which was added, which was uploaded with this new item, with this new detail in Notion. So step 1 of setting up this automation is completed guys. Now after this guys, we have to move to step 2. And in step 2, the same file which we have added in this Notion database in this new item, the same file whose link we have received inside Pabbly Connect, we have to upload this exact same file in our Google Drive. Now here guys, to upload this file, just scroll down in your workflow and come to our action window. And here in choose app, search for Google Drive. Just select it. And then in action event from the drop down, select the action event as upload a file. Just select it, click on connect and select add new connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our Google Drive account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, click on this sign in with Google button and then select your Google Drive account in which you want to upload the file. After selecting our Google Drive account, just scroll down and click on continue. And as we click on continue, we will see our Google Drive will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is the URL. That what is the URL? What is the link of the file which we want to upload on our Google Drive? So here the help text says enter the public file URL to be uploaded. Max file size is 50 MB. Allowed file formats are mentioned here. So using this particular action of upload a file, you can upload the file up to 50 MBs directly on your Google Drive. But if you have a files more than size of 50 MB, larger files than 50 MB, here you can see that in action events, you have another action event of upload large files. And using this action event, you can upload files up to 500 MBs on your Google Drive. So any of the action event you can use according to your choice, according to your requirement of file size. But here guys, in this URL field, we have to mention the URL, the link of the file which we want to upload. And from Notion, we have received the link of the file which we have added over here. This is the response of file URL. And we are going to map this same response of file URL over here in this field. And here guys, the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field and in this drop down below, you can see a list of all the responses which we have received from Notion. And out of all of these responses, select this response of file URL and it will be mapped over here. So whatever file we are going to upload in Notion, for the same file, for the same newly created item, we are going to get the details with the file URL. And using the same file URL, we are going to upload the file in Google Drive. After mentioning the URL, the next thing it asks us is the folder ID. So here guys, we have to enter the folder ID that in which folder on our Google Drive we want to upload this file. So in my Google Drive account, I have created this folder named as Job Applicants Resume. You can basically create any folder of your choice and you have to actually enter the folder ID of that folder, particular folder over here. And to get the folder ID, just open the folder in your Google Drive. And here in the URL section, you can see the folder ID after folder slash. So at last here you can see this ID. This will be our folder ID. Just copy it from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. After pasting the folder ID, the last thing it asks us is the file name. That what will be the name of the file which we are uploading. So here guys, we have received the name of the file from Notion, like the name of the same file which we have uploaded from Notion. But what I want to create a combination of a name of the user, name of the applicant or the name of the person which we have entered in our Notion and also then with the name of the file. So what we are going to do, we are going to map both of these details over here. Like for example, I want to mention the name of the person first. Just click here, and from Notion database, I'm going to search for the name of the applicant. This is it. Just select it and map it over here. After this, I'm adding a hyphen, and then I'm going to map the name of the file. We have received this response of file name. Just select this response and map it. The help text says enter file name. File will be saved by the same name in your Google Drive. Please include the file extension with the file name. Example this. So we also have to include the file extension with the file name. So here guys, we have uploaded the file named as resume.pdf, which is having the file extension .pdf. So it was a PDF file. So with the same extension, we have to enter the file name as well. After entering all of these details, just click on save and send test request. Now when we click on save and send test request, here you can see that we have received some response. And this response aims to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the data which we have basically mapped over here, basically the same file which we have added in our Notion database while creating this item, the same file is now uploaded on our Google Drive. So let's check it. We will go to a Google Drive, and yes guys, here you can see that the same file which we have added in our Notion database is now uploaded on our Google Drive. This is the exact same PDF file. And the name of the file is dummy-applicant-resume.pdf. The same combination of name of the user and the file name which we have created over here in Pabbly Connect. Now this means guys, the automation workflow which we have created in this video is working absolutely fine. Now every time we are going to add the details of a new item in our Notion database over here, and we will add a file to it, automatically within 8 hours, the same file will be uploaded on our Google Drive folder. And it basically takes a time of 8 hours to upload the file because the connection of Notion and Pabbly Connect is a polling based connection. And every 8 hours, the Pabbly Connect trigger is going to check for new data, new updates, newly created items in Notion. That will be in every 8 hours. So every 8 hours, it will check for new data. It will get the new data, new files, and then it will start processing this automation. This automation will be triggered, and then we will automatically upload those files in our Google Drive. So here guys, not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications using Pabbly Connect. And guys, one more important thing. You will find the clone link of this exact same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and start using automation workflow for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
Hello everyone, so in this video we will learn how to automatically create PDFs from Google Form responses and save it into Google Drive. So let us begin with a small example. So as you can see, I have built a form called as tenancy agreement. So the idea is that once a person fills in the form in Google Form, a PDF will be created with the help of PDF Monkey. At the same time, that PDF will be stored in my Google Drive. So let us do the experiment. So what we are going to do here is, we are going to enter the details of a dummy person. So we have a guy called as Darius, and this is the email address of Darius. Darius23@gmail.com. Then we have his email. Okay, so this is the email. The name, that is Darius. And the terms of agreement, he's just clicking on agree, and let me just click on submit. So the submission has been made by a guy called as Darius. Now the idea is that a new PDF of terms and agreements will be created using PDF Monkey, and the same PDF will be stored in my Google Drive. So let me just straight away take you to my Google Drive, and let's explore. Yes, we do have a PDF called as agreement-darius.pdf. So let's explore. So this is the agreement with the Tesla transformer. Okay, so you must be thinking, where did Tesla transformer came? We will deal with that later. So this is an agreement between Darius with the email address darius23@gmail.com and Tesla transformer. And basically this is the time at which this agreement was created. So this is basically an agreement, terms and condition agreement, and Darius has practically signed to it. So you must be thinking, how did I do it? How did I actually created a PDF from the data collected from my Google form and stored it into my Google Drive? So basically, I have used an integration and automation software called as Pabbly Connect that integrates Google Forms to PDF Monkey and Google Drive. The best part of using Pabbly Connect is there is no need for coding skills or programming knowledge. It can be done easily. Let me just show you the steps. Okay, so basically in the new tab, just type pabbly.com, 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 press enter. Okay, so this is the website of pabbly.com. All you have to do is just hover on products and here you will find connect. Just click on connect. So this is the landing page of Pabbly Connect. All you have to do is just click on sign up for free. You can create your own account in just 2 minutes. In my case, I have already created an account, so let me just click on sign in. Okay, so this is the app section of Pabbly. Let me just scroll down and here you will find connect. Just click on access now. Okay, so at the top right corner, you will find a button, create workflow. Click this, a dialog box appears in front of you. It is asking you to give a name to this workflow. I'm going to give it as Google Forms to PDF Monkey to Google Drive. Google Forms to PDF Monkey to Google Drive. Of course, you can give any name according to your choice. It's totally on you. Google Drive. And let me just click on create. So when you click on create, you will find 2 windows, the trigger window as well as the action window. So what's the deal with the trigger window as well as the action window? Well, if you're working in Pabbly Connect, there is a thing called as automation. The automation in Pabbly Connect works on the concept of triggers and action. The trigger is an if statement. It asks a question, if this happens, what should be done? For example, if a new form submission is made in Google Forms, that is basically a trigger. Now the action associated is a PDF Monkey. Using PDF Monkey, a PDF will be created at the same time that PDF will be stored in Google Drive. Technically, there will be more than one action window. But the overall gist is using the trigger window as well as the action window, we are going to create a workflow to integrate Google Forms to PDF Monkey to Google Drive. Now the best part here is I will be adding the link of that workflow in the description box so that you can clone it and directly access it into your account. Okay, so we are going with the trigger and in the choose app, we are going to mention it as Google Forms. Google Forms. Okay, so you may be curious, why are we working on incognito mode? Well, the answer is very simple. If you are working with Google Sheet, it is always advisable that you work in incognito mode. Okay, so why are we dealing with Google Sheet? It's Google Form. Well, the integration of Google Forms involves creation of Google Sheet. And if you're working with Google Sheet, it is always advisable that you work in incognito mode. Otherwise, there will be the problem of authentication. So now we have to set up the trigger event. The trigger is basically new response in spreadsheet. Okay, so overall, the gist is we are going to integrate a Google form to Pabbly Connect. And this is how it's done. First, we are going to integrate the associated Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect. Okay, so I'm sorry, associated Google Spreadsheet or Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect. If you don't get the gist, let me just take you to the Google form that I want to integrate with. So basically, this is the copy of the same Google Forms I had. Let me just cancel this. And it basically has the same fields, email, name, and the terms of agreement. So the idea is that we are going to integrate this Google form to Pabbly Connect. And first of all, to actually integrate it, we are going to integrate the data that we have received from this Google form to a Google Sheet. So I am talking about Google Sheet, Google Sheet, Google Sheet. So what's the deal with Google Sheet? So let me just scroll down. First of all, let me just go to the last part, that is terms of agreement. Let's make this field mandatory. Okay, so this is already required. And let me just click on responses. And this is where you create the associated Google Sheet. So let me just click on this small icon to create a Google Sheet. Okay, so the name associated will be Fresh Tenancy Agreement Responses. Okay, and let me just click on create. Okay, so as you can see, we do have a new Google Sheet associated with this form. So we have the questions like email, name, and terms of agreement. Similarly, we have the columns email, name, and terms of agreement. When the response is submitted, the response will be straight away gathered here. In email, it will come email, the name, it will come name, and of course the terms of agreement. Additionally, we have one more field, that is timestamp. Timestamp is basically the time at which the response was generated. So essentially what we're going to do here is we're going to integrate this particular Google Sheet to Pabbly Connect, and this is how you do it. First of all, you go to add-ons, and here you will find an add-on called as Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Since you're beginning fresh, Pabbly Connect Webhooks might not have been installed yet. So what you have to do is just click on Get Add-ons. Okay, so when you click on Get Add-ons, Google Workspace Marketplace opens up in front of you. Now in the search, all you have to do is just type, Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Pabbly Connect Webhooks, this one. Okay, so as you can see, the button it is already showing, it is installed. So in my case, this is already installed. All you have to do is just click on this button, Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and this will be installed in your Google Sheet also. Now, after installing Pabbly Connect webhooks, do not forget to refresh your Google Sheet. I repeat this again. After installing Pabbly Connect webhooks, do not forget to refresh your Google Sheet. Okay, so I am assuming that you have installed Pabbly Connect webhooks in your Google Sheet and also you have refreshed your Google Sheet. Let me just close this. So as you can see, there is one important thing I have to tell you. Column D is our last data entry column. I repeat this again. Column D is our last data entry column. So let me just go to add-ons, Pabbly Connect webhooks, and just click on initial setup. Okay, so this is the window of initial setup. Now it is basically going to demand two fields, that is webhook URL and the trigger column. It is demanding to fill in these two fields. Now let's deal with the webhook URL. So the webhook URL is something this. Okay, so this is the webhook URL. You just copy this and you just paste it here. So we have mentioned the webhook URL. Excellent. Now we have to mention the trigger column. The trigger column is always the last data entry column. I repeat this again. The trigger column is always the last data entry column. In our case, the trigger column is column D. Excellent. Okay, so let me just click on submit. So overall, the gist is when column D is filled, it will send the data to Pabbly Connect. So yeah, it is showing it is waiting for the data. Now there is one minor thing you have to do. You just go back to add-ons, Pabbly Connect webhooks, and just click on send all event. So this will ensure that not only the first row, but any row is filled, it will send the data to Pabbly Connect. Excellent. So what we are going to do here is we are going to make a new dummy submission. So let me just click on preview. Okay, so these are the details. We have a guy called as amy45@gmail.com. So this is the email address of Amy. Okay, then we have the name. So this is the name, Amy, and the terms of agreement. He agrees to all the terms, and let me just click on submit as Amy. So the response has been submitted by a person called as Amy. So first of all, we are going to explore, do we have the details of Amy in our Google Sheet? Because this Google Sheet is integrated with this Google Forms, and it will automatically collect all the responses. Yes, that this is the time at which the response was collected. This is the email, this is the name, and this is the terms of agreement. Now, as you can see, the column D, that is basically our trigger column or the last data entry column, is filled. This basically means it will send the data to Pabbly Connect. So let's explore, did Pabbly Connect capture the data? Yes. The data has been captured by Pabbly Connect. We have the email as amy45@gmail.com. This is the name, this is the terms of agreement, and of course this is the row index and the time at which the response was collected. So we have all the details. Now using these details, we are going to create a PDF in PDF Monkey. So in the action window, we are going to select PDF Monkey, this one. Now in the action event, how about make it as generated document, because we really want to create a document from a template. And let me just click on connect. We are going with the new connection, and in the new connection, we have to enter the token. And to get the token, let's straight away have a visit to API authentication part of PDF Monkey, or you can just click on my account -API authentication. You just click here and you will be straight away directed to PDF Monkey API section. So this is the API secret key. All you have to do is just copy this. Okay, and I'm going to paste it here. So we have entered the token. All you have to do is just click on save. So when you click on save, you have three fields, the template ID, the dynamic ID. I'm sorry, two fields, the template ID as well as the dynamic ID. So what's the template ID and the dynamic ID? So let me just straight away take you to the template I will be working on. So this is the template. Okay, let me just show you all the templates. So these are all the templates I have in my PDF Monkey account. I'm interested in this template, that is agreement. So this is basically a template using which we are going to create a new PDF. Okay, so this is the template. Now what we are going to do here is we are actually going to make some changes. The changes is because I just want to explain you better how the stuff works in PDF Monkey. If you already know, that's well and good, you can just skip this part. So as you can see, there is an agreement between the name of the customer with email address. So this is actually dynamic part. Okay, we have the name, that is dynamic name. Okay, as you can see, that is the dynamic part. Then we have the email. So this is again the dynamic part. Okay, so these are the two dynamic parts. And as you can see, we go to the sample data. We have the name of the customer, date, time, and email. So these are the dynamic parts. We have the date, time, that's the dynamic part. Then we have the email address, and then we have the, of course, the name. If you don't get it, then what we are going to do here is we are going to make some changes. Okay, so already we have an email address, and this is an agreement between, okay, email address and Tesla transformer. So I'm just going to add some more sentence, and you will understand the concept of dynamic tags in PDF Monkey and Pabbly Connect. So first of all, this is an agreement between name. The name is already here. The email is already here. And we can actually add email address has signed an agreement. Agreement as, and what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to enter 2 pairs of double quotes, curly brackets. Okay, inside the curly brackets I'm just going to add the agreement. Okay, excellent, agreement. So now what we are going to do here is, once again, okay, has signed an agreement as yes. Here the data yes will come. If you're not getting it, the idea is that we have already received the information. I agree has already been part of the data that has been received by Pabbly Connect. So it will read something like this. Okay, let me go back. Has signed the agreement as I agree. The agreement as I agree with Tesla transformer. Now this is the deal with Tesla transformer. Okay, tenancy deal with Tesla transformers, tenancy agreement with Tesla transformer. So first of all, let me just go back to sample data and enter a comma. Okay, and let me just add agreement. Okay, colon, comma, I'm sorry, quotes and agreement. Okay, so let me just click on save and refresh. So I think it is getting saved and refreshed. So let's explore what will be the changes. This is an agreement between the name of the customer with email address and the agreement as agreement. Okay, so here when we map the data, it will come I agree. I know you're not getting anything, but it's totally cool. You will understand in a minute. So basically here, this is something it will happen. This is an agreement between the name of the customer with the email address, and here the email data will come. Okay, here the email data will come. The email was something Amy or something, and in the name of the customer, between the name. This is an agreement between the name of customer. So name of the customer, here the name will come. Okay, in place of name of the customer, we are going to map the name that was Amy with the email address, and here email will come and sign the agreement as agreement. Here I agree will come. Okay, I hope it is getting clear. If it is not clear, you just wait 1 minute and you will get all of them in a nutshell. You will understand all of it in a nutshell. So let me just go back. Okay, and first of all, let me just map the template ID. So what's the template ID? So let me just go back here. Let me just straight away just first click on published. Okay, and this is basically the template ID. Okay, let me just show you all the templates ID. So these are all the ID. This is the ID for this particular template. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to paste it here. So the idea is that using this template, we will be creating the terms and agreement PDF. So we have added it. Now comes the most important part, that is dynamic data, JSON payload. Now this is your JSON payload. Okay, let me just show you the JSON payload. You go to the sample data and you just copy this whole part. You copy this and you just paste it here. Okay, so we have added the JSON payload. Now we have to make some changes. First of all, we have the name. Okay, and here what we are going to do here is I'm just going to remove this. Okay, and here I'm just going to map the details of the person, that is Amy. So this is the name. Now remember this is the data that we have received from our Google Forms, Amy. Then similarly, we have this field that is timestamp data. So I'm just going to remove this, and here I'm going to enter the time. Okay, and then we have the email. I'm just going to remove this. I hope now you're getting the gist. So this was the reason why we had included the agreement. Okay, let me just add the email first, and then we have the agreement. So once the document is created, you will understand the whole mechanism. So this is the agreement, I agree. Okay, so at this point, all you have to do is just click on save and send test request to make the change to create a document from the template. So as you can see, we have the document ID. Okay, so when a document is created from the template, it has automatically generated a unique document ID. So this is basically that ID. So let me just go back and let me just show you the document that has been created from this template. So this is the template and this is the document that has been created. So let me have a look. Okay, so this is the document that has been created. This is an agreement between Amy with the email address amy45@gmail.com has signed the agreement as I agree. Okay, so the details like the amy45@gmail.com and this is the time has all been included in this template, in this document. So that is why a new document was created using that particular template. Okay, so if you want to explore once again, so this is the template. Okay, and this is basically the document that we have created. Now what we plan to do here is this document. Okay, the document has been created. Now we are going to make sure that we are going to add the PDF of this document into my Google Drive. So to deal with Google Drive, first of all, we have to generate a downloadable URL. So we want the downloadable URL of this particular document. Now, before we create a downloadable URL, first of all, what we are going to do here is we are going to introduce a delay. So what's the deal with the delay module? So the reason why we are introducing the delay module here is, as you can see, when we create a downloadable URL using PDF Monkey in Pabbly Connect, it takes some time. So that is why we are going to introduce delay module. So let me just add delay. Okay, so if you are exploring Pabbly for the first time, this is the delay module. So you can delay the flow of information for a significant amount of time. It's totally on you. For example, I'm going to delay the time for 1 minute. So I have kept the delay for minutes, that is 1 minute. Now you, of course, you can keep the delay for hours, days and weeks. It's totally on you. Or you can just delay until and just mention the date till you want to pause the workflow. Okay, in my case, I just want to delay it for 1 minute so that a proper downloadable URL can be created using PDF Monkey. So let me just click on save and send test request. Yes, it is showing that it is delayed for 1 minute. Now we are ready to create a downloadable URL in PDF Monkey, and this is how you do it. We once again add PDF Monkey, this one. Now in the action event, how about we make it as find document? Okay, so the idea is that we are going to actually create a downloadable URL. This time we are going with the existing connection. Okay, and this is the recent connection #4, and this is the document ID we want. So when the document was created, let me just show you the document ID. So when the document was created, it also generated an ID. So this is the unique document ID. Okay, so we are going to map that particular detail here. So we click here. Okay, and this is the unique document ID and we have mapped it. Easy. So the idea of clicking on save and send test request and this window is we are going to create a downloadable URL. Now downloadable URL is very important, otherwise we won't be able to upload a file or a PDF or store a file or a PDF in Google Drive. So let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so as you can see, we do have the downloadable URL. Okay, so this is the downloadable URL that we have got. Okay, so this is the downloadable URL. Using this downloadable URL, we are going to upload a file or a PDF in Google Drive, and this is how you do it. So this is my Google Drive. Okay, this is my Google Drive, and let me just go to the home page. And the idea is that before we let us go back to Pabbly Connect, let's deal with Google Drive here. So we are going to introduce action window, and here I'm going to mention Google Drive. Google Drive it is. Now in the action event, how about we make it as upload a file. This one, simply just click on connect. Okay, so we are going with a new connection and just click on connect with Google Drive. Okay, so as you can see, there is only one Gmail account since we are working in incognito mode. So this is the account with which I want to upload my PDF. So before you press allow, since Pabbly Connect is demanding access, before you press allow, let me just tell you something. Pabbly Connect doesn't take any chances with your data. Your data is 100% safe and secure with us. So on the basis of that trust, let me just press allow. Authorization successful. Excellent. So we have three fields: the URL, the folder ID, as well as the file name. So we are going to deal with URL first. So if you may remember, we had created a downloadable URL. This is the same URL that you have to map. Okay, and this is how you map. You click here and you go to the fourth accordion and you map the downloadable URL. I'm sorry, downloadable preview. This is the one we want, and we have mapped it. Now comes the most important part, the folder ID. Now the idea is that we are going to store that PDF in a particular folder in my Google Drive. So what I'm going to do here is, first of all, this is my Google Drive and I'm going to create a new folder. So the name of the folder will be tenancy agreements file. Okay, and let me just click on create. Okay, so let's have a look. Do we have a tenancy agreement file folder? Yes, this is the folder, tenancy agreement file folder. Now, as you can see, this is the folder ID. Okay, so this is basically the folder ID. Any characters after slash is basically a folder ID. You just copy this and you simply just paste it here in folder ID. Okay, so the idea is that once a PDF will be created, that PDF will be automatically stored in this folder, that is tenancy agreement file. Okay, and then we have the file name. Now, when a PDF is going to be created, we want that PDF should have a unique name. For instance, let me just go back. Okay, and let me just show you all the PDF that was created earlier. Okay, so let me just show you invoice data, I think. Okay, so as you can see earlier, it was agreement dash. There is agreement dash sort of. So this was all the data that has been recovered using, that has been all the PDF that has been created from my Google Forms data. So we are first going to, what we're going to do here is, first of all, we are going to add agreement. Okay, agreement dash, and here the person's name will come, and the person's name is Amy. And since it is a PDF, I'm going to add an extension .pdf. Okay, and think we are ready. So at this point, all you have to do is just click on save and send test request. Okay, so the response is a positive one. Excellent. So let's explore. Do we have a PDF called as agreement-amy? So the folder, if you may remember, what was the folder? The folder was a tenancy agreement. So let's explore. Tenancy agreement. Yeah, this is the folder, tenancy agreement file. And inside this folder, we have agreement-pdf. So this is the agreement. This is the PDF of the agreement. This is an agreement between Amy with the email address amy45@gmail.com has signed the agreement as I agree with Tesla Transformer, and rest of the details. So we have indeed created a new PDF with the data that we have collected from Google Forms. The presence of this data, the presence of this PDF shows that we have a successful integration between Google Forms, Google Drive, as well as PDF Monkey. Now, before you leave, let me just explain you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So let me just minimize this window. Let me just minimize this window. Let me just minimize this action window. Let me just minimize this action window, and let me just minimize the trigger window. So basically, this is the whole process in a nutshell. First, you integrated Google Forms to Pabbly Connect, and then you have integrated integrated with PDF Monkey to generate a document from the data that we have received from Google Forms. After that, you have introduced a delay module. The delay module was introduced because PDF Monkey actually takes an appreciable amount of time to create a document URL, downloadable URL. So that is why we have introduced the delay module, so that the whole data can be restricted. At the same time, it can be sent as a bunch. After that, you have included this action window to find the document to retrieve a downloadable URL. Now, using the downloadable URL of the PDF, you have uploaded the PDF into Google Drive. So now there's a perfect flow of data between Google Forms, PDF Monkey, and Google Drive. Excellent.
Hey guys, I'm Akash and welcome to Pabbly. So the topic for today's video is automatically get new files in Google Drive on WhatsApp. Now suppose guys, you and your team members are working on a project. And for that project, your team members shares a lots and lots of files with you. And due to the large file size, they upload the file on Google Drive and shares the link with you. Or you have to manually check again and again to the Google Drive folder whether they have shared that file or not. So manually repetitively checking on the daily basis of Google Drive folder can be very much time consuming process for you. So in this video, I came up with an awesome automation by which whenever a new file will be uploaded on our Google Drive folder, automatically you will receive a WhatsApp message with that very same file link which is newly uploaded. And in this automation guys, we are sending WhatsApp message to yourself, or you are getting notification for yourself, but basically you can send the file images or URLs to some other person, some other team members as well. Now you must be thinking how we are going to do this. So to make this happen, we will be using Pabbly Connect, which is an automation and integration software. Now, what is the actual step-by-step guide to set up this automation and how you can do this automation by yourself? To know this, you have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on the Pabbly Connect dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you just have to go to your browser and search for Pabbly, pabbly.com/connect. And after reaching to the landing page of Pabbly Connect, by clicking on sign up free, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. Or if you already have an account, just click on sign in. So after reaching this dashboard, click on create workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I'll name my workflow as Google Drive to WhatsApp. Click on create. Now we can see that our workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we can see two different windows. First one is trigger window, second one is action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with our trigger window. So the idea here is, first we have to get the new files which we are uploading in our Google Drive inside Pabbly Connect. And after that, using Pabbly Connect, we will send that very same file to us on a WhatsApp message, or to someone else if you want to send that very same file link on a WhatsApp. So guys, here in trigger window in choose app, search for Google Drive. Google Drive it is. And after that, in trigger event, we can see there are lots and lots of trigger event over here. Then out of all of these, we will select new file. Or if you want, you can see new file in specific folder. So if you want that when a new file is uploaded to a specific folder, only to a specific folder in your Google Drive, and you want to get the details or the data of that very specific file only from that folder, then you can select this very same trigger event new file in specific folder. But for now, I'll select new file and click on connect. Select add new connection. Now here, we have to connect our Google Drive account with Pabbly Connect. Now to make the connection, we just have to click on this connect with Google Drive button and select the Google Drive account which you want to connect. So Ryan Glasgow, this was the Google Drive account of mine. So I'll just connect it. Now after that, just give this Google Drive the permissions and click on continue. Now we can see that because we have selected our Google account and in our Google account, we have already logged into our browser, Pabbly Connect is now successfully connected with our Google Drive account. After that, we have to click on save and send test request, and after clicking on save and send test request, the most recent file which we have uploaded in our Google Drive will be captured inside Pabbly Connect. So first, let's upload a new file on our Google Drive. So we'll come to Google Drive and here we will upload a new file. Let's upload a file from our system. Okay, so we have a sample file over here, a sample PDF. Just select this and click on open. And yes, we have received the file over here. The file is uploaded on Google Drive. Now we will see that after uploading the file, when we will get back to Pabbly Connect and click on save and send test request, the response or the details or the link of this very same file will be collected inside Pabbly Connect. So let's click on save and send test request. And yes guys, we can see that here we have received a response over here, and in this response we have the name of this file, very same file, functional sample.pdf. Then after that, we can see that we have the type of this file. This is a PDF file, so we have the file type as well. Then we will scroll down and we will find that we have the web view link of this very same file. Then we will scroll down and we have the other details regarding this very same file. So we have the name of our Google account, the email address, as well as other details of this new very same file which we have just now uploaded on our Google Drive. Now guys, if you want to share this new file with someone who doesn't have the access of this Google Drive or this Google account, you have to basically change the file permission of this very same file. Or if you want to send this file to yourself and you have the access of this Google Drive or this Google account in which we are uploading the file, then you can directly send the web view link of this very same file to yourself on WhatsApp. So let me show you the process on how you can change the file permission. So just scroll down, click on this action window, and here in choose app, once again search for Google Drive. Google Drive it is. And after that, in action event, we have to select share a file with anyone. Just click on it, click on connect, and then because we have connected our Google Drive account in the previous step, we don't have to make the connection one more time. Just click on save. Then we can see that it is asking us file ID. So in the drop down below, you can see a list of all the files which are present in my Google Drive. So right now I have only one file in this particular drive. So it is showing us. But we have to turn this mapping button on over here, clear the existing field, and basically we have to map the file ID which we have received from Google Drive in our trigger window. So we have received the file ID of the new file which we have uploaded, and we have to map this very same ID over here. So to map, the process of mapping is, guys, very simple. We just have to click here, and from the drop down below from the responses of Google Drive, we can see that we have the response of file ID over here. So just map it and click on save and send test request. Now after clicking on save and send test request, we can see that we have received another web view link of this very same file, and anyone with this link can access this file over here. So if you are sharing the file with someone else who doesn't have the access of Google account, you can use this step. Or if you want to get the files on your own WhatsApp account and you have the access to that Google account or Gmail account or Google Drive account, then you can use this very same web view link which we have received from Trigger. After that, guys, the step 1 of setting up this automation is now completed. Now let's move to step 2. For that, we will scroll down and come on this action window. Just click on this add action step button. And here in choose apps, we have to search for WhatsApp by AI Sensei. So in this video, we will use an official WhatsApp API which is WhatsApp by AI Sensei. After that, we have action event over here where we will select send template message and click on connect. Select add new connection. Now here we have to connect our WhatsApp by AI Sensei account with Pabbly Connect. And to make the connection, we have to get the API key of our AI Sensei account. And to get the API key, we just have to go to the AI Sensei account, the dashboard of our AI Sensei account, and on the left side, click on this manage button. And at this very same page, we have an option named as API key. Just click on it, and you can see the API key of your AI Sensei account. Just copy it and go back to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here and click on save. And now we can see that our WhatsApp by AI Sensei account is now successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. Then it is asking us for the campaign name, that which campaign we want to use to send messages. So here in AI Sensei, first we have to create a campaign, and then after that we can use that very same campaign to send messages to our users or to ourselves. So here in dashboard, after reaching our dashboard, on the left side we have an option named as campaigns as well. So just click on it, and here are all the new campaigns which I have created in my AI Sensei account can be seen over here. If you want to create a campaign for yourself, you just have to click on this launch button. But first, let me tell you how you can create a template message inside your AI Sensei account. So you just have to go to manage section and click on this template message button. And basically, to send messages, WhatsApp message, or to receive WhatsApp messages using AI Sensei, you have to basically create a message template inside AI Sensei account, and then we have to get that very same template approved. And after the approval, we will add that very same template into our campaign, and we will send the messages using that campaign. So in this page, by clicking on new button, you can create a message template of your choice. Now we will go back to campaign section and click on this launch button. And here just select API over here and give this campaign a name. For example, I'll name this campaign as Google Drive files. Now after that, we have to select a template over here. So I have created a template message to receive the new files on my Google Drive account as a WhatsApp message on my number, which is named as Google Drive files. So I will select this template. And then you can see that on the right side, this is the kind of template message which I have created. And in this message, you will see there are basically two variables, two body fields, two parameters, which are entered in double curly braces, numbers between double curly braces. So you must be thinking, what are these? So basically, to add some dynamic text in our WhatsApp message, we have added these kind of parameters or variables in the template. So after hello, if I want to add my name, or I want to add the name of the people to whom I am sending these WhatsApp messages with the new file link. So we want to add the name of the person to whom we are sending message. That's why I have added a body field over here. After that, in front of file link, we have another body field, another parameter. So basically, guys, the link of the new file which is uploaded on our Google Drive will keep on changing. Every time we upload a new file, we will receive the new link for that very same file inside Pabbly Connect, and we will be sending a new link on WhatsApp as well. So to keep on adding that dynamic link in place of this text, we have added this parameter. So after selecting the template, just click on set live and the campaign is live now. Go to campaigns and we have to enter this very same name, Google Drive file, same campaign name over here in Pabbly Connect. Google Drive file, just a second. And yes, then it is asking us for the mobile number. So here we have to enter the mobile number of the person or of yourself to whom we want to send this WhatsApp message. So I want to receive the message on my own number, so I'll enter my own WhatsApp number. And guys, the help text below this says we have to enter the WhatsApp number with plus sign and country code. So I have added the plus sign and country code, and after that the 10-digit WhatsApp number. Then it is asking us for the username. So I have to enter my name. So I'll enter my name as Akash. Akash over here. Then it is also asking us for the source, that what is the source for this contact details. So I'll enter, for example, any source which you want, from where you are getting the leads or where you are getting the details. So I'll enter the source as Google Drive, just for an example. Then it is asking us tags. So we can actually ignore the field of tags. For now, it is not mandatory, it is not required right now. And then it is asking us template parameters. So as I've shown you that we have added some kind of parameters in our template message. So we have to basically add the text, what text we want to enter in place of these parameters. So basically in place of first parameter, I wanted to add my name. So I'll enter my name over here, give a comma, and in second parameter, I wanted to add the link of the file which we have uploaded on our Google Drive account. So we have received the link of that very same file in our trigger window from Google Drive. So this was the web view link. So basically we want to share this very same link. So we will map this very same link over here after the comma. So just click on this, and from the drop down below, from the responses of Google Drive new file, just map the link of the web view link of the very same file. Okay, this is a download link. By clicking on this web content link, the user can download it, and this is the web view link. So I will select the web view link. Then it is asking us attributes, URL and file name. So basically we can ignore these fields for now and click on save and send test request. And the response received is as success, which means the number which we have mapped over here, or the number which we have entered over here, is now successfully sent a WhatsApp message under this campaign. So let's check the WhatsApp account of this number. And yes guys, we can see that on the very same number of this user, our own number which we have entered in Pabbly Connect, we have received a WhatsApp message which says, "Hi Akash," means my name which I have entered in place of my parameter. There is a new file uploaded in our Google Drive, and we have the link of that very same file. And as I click on this OK button, this link becomes clickable. Let's click on this link and we will see that this is the very same file which we have just now uploaded on our Google Drive. So guys, we saw that the automation which we have created in this video is working perfectly fine. Now every time someone will upload a new file, a new team member will upload a new file on our Google Drive, automatically I'll get a WhatsApp message with the link of that very same new file. Now after creating this automation, we have to test this automation once. So for that, we'll get back to Google Drive and upload a new file over here. So let's go to new, file upload. And this time I have an image file named as travel brochure. Let's open this file and upload it on our Google Drive. And we can see that just now we have uploaded this very same image file on our Google Drive. Now we will see that within few minutes, basically within 10 minutes, we will receive a WhatsApp message with the very same file link on our WhatsApp number. And guys, it takes us 10 minutes to send the WhatsApp message or receive the WhatsApp message because the connection between Google Drive and Pabbly Connect is based on polling technique, which may take 10 minutes to get the response of a new file uploaded in our Google Drive inside Pabbly Connect. And the response time, expected response time, you can refer to the expected response time, that how much time will it take over here in the trigger window. So let's wait for 10 minutes over here. And yes guys, within few minutes we can see that we have received a new message over here which says, "Hello Akash, there is a new file uploaded in Google Drive," and this is the file link. Let's click on this link. And guys, we can see that this is the very same image file which we have just now uploaded on our Google Drive. So guys, we saw that the automation which we have created in this video is working perfectly fine using Pabbly Connect. Now let's just get back to our Pabbly Connect workflow and understand in brief that what are the steps we followed to set up this workflow. So here, after creating the workflow in trigger application, we have selected Google Drive and new file was a trigger event. Then we have uploaded a test file on our Google Drive and then received the response of that very same file inside Pabbly Connect. Now after that, if you want to share the file with someone else who doesn't have the access of our Google account, Google Drive account, then you have to add this step that Google Drive share a file with anyone, or else you can skip this step. And then the next step, we have connected our AI Sensei account, WhatsApp by AI Sensei account, and send the very same Google Drive file link using AI Sensei to our number as a WhatsApp message. And if you are sending this file link or the share a file with anyone else, shareable file link of this very same file, you have to basically map the file link from this step. Or if you are sending this message to yourself who basically has the access of Google Drive account, you can get the web view link of that very same file from our trigger application response. So not just these applications guys, you can connect plenty of other applications using Pabbly Connect. And guys, one more important thing, you will find the clone link of this very same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone this very same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this workflow for free. Hello and welcome to Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect has recently updated their integration with Google Drive. So earlier, we could only upload files up to 50 MBs of size on a Google Drive account using Pabbly Connect's integration. But now guys, after the integration got updated, we can upload files up to 500 MBs of size directly on our Google Drive using this Pabbly Connect integration. So you can now set up your automation workflow and upload files on your Google Drive account up to 500 MBs of size. So how it is done? What is this new action step that Pabbly Connect has introduced in Google Drive? Let's have a look on that first. So here guys, as you can see, I've already created this workflow in my Pabbly Connect account. And in this workflow, I have selected this Google Sheet as a trigger application. It is just an example, and then new or updated spreadsheet row as a trigger event. Then using this webhook URL, I have connected my Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect. And after that, we have also received the response, the trigger response from Google Sheet. So here in our Google Sheet, I have added some data, the date, the name of the video, the link of the video which I want to upload on my Google Drive account, and also the file format, that in which format this file is available. Now here guys, we have received this response in Pabbly Connect, link of the video, name, and here you can see the file format and the date. Now we want to upload this file on our Google Drive account. So what we are going to do, now to upload files, we have to just scroll down, come to our action window, and here in choose apps, just search for Google Drive. Select Google Drive. And then in action event from the drop down, this time we have to select the action event as upload large file. So the help text says upload large files up to 500 MB to your Google Drive root or any folder. Just select this action event, click on connect and select add new connection. So here guys, we have to connect our Google Drive account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, just click on the sign in with Google button and then here just select your Google Drive account in which you want to upload the file. Scroll down and click on continue. And as we click on continue, we can see that our Google Drive account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, this action step asks us three basic things. First thing is the file URL. So here we have to enter the URL, the link of the file which we want to upload on our Google Drive account. The second thing is the file name. So here the help text says enter file name. Files will be saved by the same name in your Google Drive. Please include the file extension with the file name. Example this. So here guys, we have to enter the name of the file, that what name we want to give to this file, and also we have to mention the extension over here. Like is it a media file, a video file, so enter MP4. If it's an image, enter .png or JPG. If it's a PDF, enter .pdf over here. So what kind of file you are uploading, you have to enter the extension with the file name as well. And then it is asking us for the folder ID. So here, if you want to upload the file on your Google Drive into a specific folder, you have to mention the folder ID of that folder from your Google Drive account over here as well. So how you can get it, we will see in a couple of minutes. First here, let's map the file URL. So I have entered the file URL, the link of the file in my Google Sheet, and we have received the Google Sheet response over here in Pabbly Connect. So we will just click on this field, and from the drop down from Google Sheet responses, map the response of video URL and map it. After that, let's map the name of the file. So here we have the response of file name, and after a dot, we have to mention the extension. So I have also added a column of file format in my Google Sheet. So here it is the column and MP4 is the format of this file. So we have added .mp4 as the file extension. Then it is asking us folder ID. Now here in folder ID guys, what you have to enter? You have to enter the ID of the folder. So we will go to a Google Drive account and here you can see that in my Google Drive account, I have created this folder named as new videos. And in this particular folder, I want to upload the file. So after opening this folder, just go to the URL section and here in URL section, after folder slash, you can see this ID over here. This is your folder ID. Just copy this ID from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. After all of this, the important note says, on pressing save and send test request, the file upload will start. In response, you will receive a request ID of the upload in the key request one ID. Use the delay by Pabbly action step for 8 minutes. This is the amount of delay after which we will recheck the file upload status. To check the file upload status, use get file upload status action after the delay step to fetch the final response. If the process is done, you will immediately get the upload file URL in the response that you can use in further step. So here what it is going to do, when after mapping all of these details, we will be clicking on save and send test request. Now when we click on save and send test request, the uploading of this file will start. It will begin uploading this file on our Google Drive account. And it will approximately take 8 minutes to upload a 500 MB of file. So here guys, what we are going to do, after clicking on save and send test request, in this automation workflow, we will add a delay of 8 minutes. And after that delay of 8 minutes, we will be rechecking that the file which we have started uploading, is this file uploaded successfully or not in the next step of Google Drive. So we will be again using an action step of Google Drive and we'll check the status over there as well. Now before we click on save and send test request, there is one important thing, and that is actually we have to enter a header in this file. So whatever file link, whatever file URL we are mentioning over here, or using whatever file URL we are uploading file on our Google Drive account, we have to actually mention the content length in the header of the same file. So what is this content length and how you can check it that do you have a content length in your URL or not? Now to get it, what you have to do, you just have to copy the URL, the link which you are uploading, the file link which you are uploading on Google Drive. After copying it, you have to go to this website of postman.co. So here after reaching to this Postman, here just click on this plus button over here. Here after clicking on plus button, from the left side here you can see a lots and lots of options. Select get option and here paste the URL, paste the link over here and click on send. Now when you click on send, here you can see that in this section you can get some response, you will get some results. And here in this result section, just go to this headers option, click here and under headers you can see a header named as content length. So here it is. This is the header of content length and you can see the content length value over here. So it is required to use this action step. It is required to get the content length in the headers of the link of the URL. So guys, if you are uploading a file which is greater than 50 MB of size, so if your file are less than 50 MB in size, then there is no required for content length. But if your file size is more than 50 MBs, you have to actually make sure that it will have a header of content length. So here guys, using this Postman, you can actually check that the link or the URL using which you are uploading the files on your Google Drive is the content length or this header is present in that link or not. So using Postman, you just have to select this get event and then paste the URL, paste the link over here and click on send. And here in the result section under headers, you can see that the content length, this header is included in this link, in this URL or not. So here you can see that the content length, this header is included. So now we can use this link, we can use this URL to upload the file if the file size is 50 MB or more in size using Pabbly Connect automation. So we have mapped the file URL, the file name and entered the folder ID. Let's scroll down and click on this save and send test request button. After clicking on save and send test request, here you can see that we have received some response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that it has initiated the upload of this file on our Google Drive account. And this is the request ID. So here we have received the request ID in response and we are getting the status that uploading of this file whose URL, whose link we have added over here, mapped over here, is started on our Google Drive account. So after initiating it, what we have to do, as the instruction, the important note says, we have to add a delay of approximately 8 minutes. So just scroll down, click on this Add Action Step button, and here in Choose App, search for Delay. Select it. Then after selecting Delay by Pabbly in the action step, the next thing it asks is how much delay you want to put in workflow. So from the drop down, we have two options. First one is delay for, and second one is delay until. So we want to delay this automation workflow for 8 minutes. So we will be selecting delay for. In units, delay units, we will be selecting minutes, and the value will be 8. And then just click on Save and Send Test Request. Now when we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that we have received the response. And this response says that this automation workflow will get delayed for 8 minutes after initiating the upload of the file. Now after this, what we have to do, we will just scroll down and click on this Add Action Step button. So the instruction over here in the under important note said that after adding the delay, we have to check the upload status of the same file. So after initiating the upload, we have received this request ID. And in the next step after delay, using this request ID, we will actually check the status that is this file uploaded on our Google Drive or not. So we will just scroll down and then let's once again search for Google Drive. After selecting Google Drive, this time in action event, we have to select the action event as check file status. So we will just search for the action event. So here we have this get file upload status. This is the action event. Just select it, click on connect. And because we have connected our Google Drive account in the previous step, we don't have to make a new connection. You can select the existing connection and click on save. Once again, we have connected our Google Drive account with Pabbly Connect in this action step of Google Drive, that is get file upload status. After connecting it, the one and only thing it asks us is the request ID. So what is the request ID whose upload status we want to check? So we have this request ID received from Google Drive when we initiated the upload. And from this response of request ID, we have to map the same response over here. So just click on this field, and from the drop down from Google Drive's upload large file action step, select and map the response of request ID. After mapping this, just click on Save and Send Test Request. Now when we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that we have received some response. And in this response, you can see that now we have this request status as complete. This means the file which we have just now initiated uploading in this action step is now successfully uploaded on our Google Drive account. Now here you must be thinking, we have added a delay of 8 minutes, but we haven't completed 8 minutes yet when we initiated the upload of this file. Now because the file whose URL, whose link I have mentioned over here, mapped over here, is less than of 500 MBs. It's a short file which is more than 50 MBs, somewhat around 70 or 80 MBs. So that is why within 8 minutes, it has successfully uploaded this file on my Google Drive account. And here in response, we have received the upload status as complete. Also, we have the name of the file. We have the file ID, that what is the file ID of the file which we have just now uploaded. And also we have received the link, the URL of the uploaded file. You will just copy this link from here, go to a new tab and paste it over here. And then here you can see that the same file, the same link which we have added in our Google Sheet, basically which we have received in response, is now successfully uploaded on our Google Drive account. And also you can check the same folder as well. That in this folder, whose folder ID we have added in our Pabbly Connect workflow, the same video or the same file is now uploaded. And also you will check the file size over here. So we'll just go to the properties, view details. And you can see that the file size is only 70 MBs. So in this video, I just took an example of this file. That is why within 8 minutes, it has successfully uploaded. But if your file size is up to 500 MBs of size, then too, it will approximately take 8 minutes. So the delay of 8 minutes is working perfectly fine. So in this way, guys, you can use Google Drive's action step of upload large file in your Pabbly Connect workflow and automate the process of uploading files on your Google Drive account, which are larger than 50 MBs in size. Basically, files with up to 500 MBs of size can be uploaded now on our Google Drive account using this automation workflow. So here, guys, we have just added a trigger application of Google Sheet, for example. But instead of this, you can use any other trigger application according to your requirement. Then after that, we have added this action step of Google Drive, that is upload large file. We have mentioned the URL, the link of the file which we want to upload, the name of the file with proper extension, and we have also mentioned the folder ID. If you keep this field of folder ID blank, then the file will be uploaded in the root folder of our Google Drive account. Then after that, we clicked on save and send test request. And then after this step, it has initiated the upload of the file on our Google Drive account. Now after this, what we are going to do in response, we have received the request ID. So as we all know, it approximately takes 8 minutes to upload 500 MBs of file size. So here we have added a delay in our automation workflow of 8 minutes. And then also guys, here you will see that in the next step after adding the delay, we have checked the upload status using this action event of Google Drive, that is get file upload status. And here you can see the upload status as response, that is completed. Then we have the file name, we have the file ID which we have just now uploaded, and also the link of the file. Now after this, you can keep on building your automation workflow further that as well. You can keep on adding action step in the same workflow according to your requirement. So in this way, we have successfully created this workflow. We have used this action event and uploaded the files on our Google Drive account up to 500 MBs of size. Now after setting this up, let's test this automation workflow as well once. So here what we are going to do in our Google Sheet guys, here we are going to enter the details of a new file. A new date, for example, 17th of January 2023. A new video name. So I want the name of the video to be, for example, The Forest. Then here in video URL section, we have to paste the URL, the link of the video as well. So here we have added this link of the video. But we also have to check that do we have content length as the header of this video file, this video URL or not. If we have it, then you can use this URL, you can use this link to upload files on your Google Drive account. But if we don't have it and the files are more than 50 MBs in size, then without the content length in the video URL, you cannot upload the video or you cannot upload the file on your Google Drive using this automation. So we will just copy this link from here. We will go to the Postman and let's once again paste this link over here. We have selected get as the event over here. Just paste the link and click on send. Now when we click on send, here you can see that we have received the response, and here in response under headers, you can see that we have this header of content length. So having this header of content length is very necessary guys. So using this Postman tool or visiting to postman.com and just selecting get as the event over here, pasting the URL and clicking on send, you can check that whether you have content length as a header in the URL of the file which you are using in this automation or not. And then at last we have to enter the file format. So this is the MP4 file. So I have selected or entered MP4 over here. So here guys, just now we have added the details over here. And as we add these details, this automation workflow is triggered. And then it will start uploading this file on our Google Drive account. And after 8 minutes guys, we will see the same file whose link we have added over here will be uploaded on a Google Drive folder because we have added the delay of 8 minutes in this automation workflow. So we will go to a Pabbly Connect workflow and we will check the history of this automation workflow. So we'll just open the history and yes, here you can see that this automation workflow is triggered. It has successfully received this response of the forest, this video name from Google Sheet. It has also initiated the upload of this video on our Google Drive folder and it is waiting for the delay of 8 minutes. So within 8 minutes, we will see this file will be uploaded on our Google Drive account. So let's wait for 8 minutes over here. Okay, so guys, the delay time of 8 minutes are now completed. Now we will check our Google Drive account. So we'll go to Google Drive. And yes guys, here you can see that the same file is now uploaded on our Google Drive account. And we have the same file name, the forest, the video name which we have entered in our Google Sheet. When you are going to open this file, you will see it will be opened or you can basically download this file over here as well. And we will check out the history of our Pabbly Connect workflow. We will just refresh this history page. And then here you can see that this automation workflow is now completely executed. Earlier, it was stuck on delay for 8 minutes, but now the delay step is completed. And here in get file upload status, you can see that we have received the response of complete. And also we have the link and the file ID of the uploaded file. So in this way, you can set up automation workflows and upload files on your Google Drive up to 500 MBs of size. So guys, I hope this video was helpful to you. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with others, and to get more such content on automation and integration, subscribe to Pabbly. So this is it for today's video guys. Thank you. Have a great day.